Hi, my name is Julia Grenn, and I am a master's student at the Virginia Institute of Marine Science, and I am studying oyster farming. I am excited to share my lesson plan with you, which is entitled The Mystery Oyster, What's in the Bag? This lesson is geared towards 7th grade life science and biology and outlines the different decisions oyster farmers need to make every day and how those choices affect the shape of an oyster and where it can be sold. So this lesson will prompt students to make observations about husbandry and business decisions and how those relate to oyster shape, plot measurements and compare graphs to visualize differences in oyster shape, use the plots and data to determine which market each farmer's oyster should be sent to, and discuss the importance of husbandry decisions and how this can impact oyster growth and different business strategies. Students will form groups, and each group will receive a farmer profile. All of the following activities are based on the data students will collect from bags and oysters included on their farmer profile. And there are 4 different farmer profiles that each focus on different combinations of farmer decisions. These decisions include gear type, the number of employees the farm has, and stocking density. These decisions can affect the way oysters physically look and will help the student decide which market is appropriate for their farmer. Running a successful farm means understanding how each decision fits into the bigger picture. The first task is quantifying percent full. This activity will prompt students to figure out how full each bag is with oysters by calculating percentages and averages. After each group determines how full their bags are on average, the student will complete a gallery walk to review what the other group's bags looks like and what their oysters look like, taking special note of size and shape. Students will return to their groups to discuss what they saw and how their bags and oysters compared to those associated with other farmer profiles. They will then use this discussion to answer questions integrated into the worksheet. Part 2 prompts students to measure the length and width of each of the oysters on their farmer profile. Students will use rulers and practice calculating averages. Students will report their findings to their teacher for them to write on the board, and each group will then plot their own data and data from other groups on a bar graph. So here is a slide showing what the bar graphs will look like. Students will then plot data from each of the farmer profiles so they can compare their profiles and answer questions, again, integrated into the worksheet. Students will then answer questions about stocking density and reasons that it could affect shape. Ultimately, students will need to make a recommendation to their farmer for where their oyster should be sold based on how it looks and other business strategies. So the lesson will conclude with a reflection activity that prompts students to think about how aquaculture relates back to their life. I hope you find this lesson plan useful for your classroom, and I listed out my contact information. Please reach out if you have any questions.